Okay, welcome everyone to another episode of the 5 a.m. Club, Vet2Vet Talk with Desean and myself. And we got a special guest, one of my very best friends. I've known him, I don't even know how long I've known you at this point. For a very long time, we met in A school. We all were a part of the U.S. Navy. But Christopher Glover, out of Jacksonville, Florida, right now, one of his many, many homes. What's up, Glover?
No, just Njax. Nice day.
What's going on, Deshaun?
And much chilling. I here trying to make these coins.
I think that's what we all trying to do, and that's
Yeah,
funny that
man.
you asked. When I joined the Navy, I ain't had no coins. I have nothing. I had $0 in my bank account, so that was one of the reasons that I joined the Navy. So what made you join, Deshaun? Then I want to ask you the same thing, Glover.
Well, I was gonna say it, man. I was a cop before I joined the Navy. And back in 2005, 2006, and the money wasn't hitting like it was supposed to be hitting for the risk that you was taking being a police officer. So I had this recruiter hit me up. She was I was actually a resource officer, and she hit me up and was like, "Yo, you should try the Navy." And I was like, "Okay." I said, "I'll try. I'm pretty fit. I'm in shape. Let's see. I'm a little older, 27 years old. Let's see what happens." And I went out there, took the little ass valve, did a couple of PT tests, and they shipped me off. And my money actually doubled from what I was making as a deputy sheriff to what I made going in as an E3 in the Navy. So that was
Mm.
one of my main reasons, was the finances, the opportunities. Then they pull that thing on you about your kids get to college. I ain't had no kids yet, but I'm just like, I might have kids one day. You go to school for free. And I was able to get my degrees through the Navy. So really the opportunity of college and service, I'm a public servant, and all those things.
All right. So I have a question though. You said that you feel like the risk to reward wasn't worth it then. Do you feel like it's worth it now as far as the pay?
In law enforcement,
Yeah, in general.
no,
Yeah.
no, it's
And I don't
not.
think it ever will be. Like in my
It's
mind, I
not.
don't think you can pay me
It's
enough
not.
to get shot at. Oh, yeah.
Just like a school teacher. I mean, it's not. It's
Bro.
not. You can't pay. The money doesn't
Yeah.
match the duty that you provide for the community, man. It ain't.
You just gotta have a love
Nah.
for the game at that point.
Hey, you gotta have love for service. That's it. You gotta
Yeah.
let it. You wanna protect and serve and help people. So
Before we go
That's
to
what's
you,
up.
Glover, I want to chime in on that because I feel like the reason that teachers, firefighters, police officers, all of those service based jobs that you got to go above and beyond, I feel like you don't make money, a lot of money, because you don't make anyone any money. That's just my
mm,
opinion, though.
That's true.
Because, like even in the Navy, the military, we're making the U.S. money. Basketball players are making owners money. Entertainers are making people over them money. Doctors are making insurance companies money. Like you have to make people money to be
In
valuable in
America, yeah.
America. Yeah.
Facts.
yeah, that's true. That's true. That's
So
all
go ahead,
facts.
Glover. Let's hear why you joined.
Same reason. I was broke and I had a lot of like family in the Navy, like three uncles, first cousins. Love those uncles. I don't know, it was a lot. Tried college, partied too much. So, and then I went from like a small town in Georgia, Albany, to like Atlanta. It was too much. I had fun. I didn't go to school. I didn't go to class. Partied out. Came back home. Started working, teaching swim lessons, which is what I do today. I really enjoy it. It's like my service, public service, but I love my job. And I just kept meeting people from the neighbors, like a bunch of signs and stuff. And then I was like, fuck it. I'm trying to go. I was trying to do something better. So I did. Yeah, I left when I was 21. So
That's funny that you say swim teacher or you teach swim lessons, and a lot of people listening may be like, "How he make a lot of money? He teach swimming."
oh, I don't.
Mhm.
No, I don't. All right. Love of the game, okay?
But that's what I want to get into. When you get out of the service and you get your 100% disability, so many different things open up for you. So we're gonna transition right into life after service. So when you first got out, Deshaun, I could start where you did. I'm gonna jump back to Glover. When you first got out, what was the process of you getting your 100% disability?
Well, I was retired at 100% because
Mm,
I had a major incident that happened while I was active duty. So I went on limited duty, which we all call it lim do. Then when I was on the lim do duty, that's when it transitions to I was fighting to stay in the Navy, and they actually put me out because they said I wasn't deployable. So um, my transition was pretty smooth because they took me in a room and showed me what my retirement was going to look like. And back then, I'm like, okay, so just to wake up every day, this is what I get. But it didn't equate to what I could have been if I was able to stay in the Navy. I could have probably put on some, as we always say, put on those brown shoes, put on those khakis, and I could have been out there delegating and providing guidance for sailors and NCOs. I could have been a
So
leader.
you really would have did the 20 piece?
Yeah, if I could go back right now, I was my designation was to be a JAG. I
Okay,
wanted to be a
so
lawyer and be a lawyer. So and the same day I got my everything approved, 'cause it's a process going from enlisted to officer. As soon as I got
hmm
all my letters, it's the same exact day I got the phone call and got retired. I mean, it was like 30 minutes apart. So my
oh man,
transition from that point to civilian life was pretty smooth, but everybody ain't like that. I mean, some people got to struggle when they get out just to get their ratings,
yeah.
to get that 100%. But I was 100 from the time I left.
and you help veterans now get their 100% by showing them and giving them
Yeah,
resources and connecting
yeah,
those dots. So I know we've already talked about on one of our other lives, so we don't got to go in too deep
yeah.
on that today. But Glover,
Mm.
your story, I know your story, but I want to let you explain to the folks how your process was because it may be a little similar, which mine was different too. So then I'll talk about mine.
Okay, so mine was different. I didn't get medically retired. I filed. I did a BDD claim, which you can do 6 months prior to getting out. Kind of expedites the process. And I was on a ship first, so I did sea duty for 4 years, and then you do like a 3 year on shore. You rotate out. But I signed up for a contract that had me in like 4 years of shore duty if I didn't reenlist. So I did like 4 and 4, but it was like 9 years total. And yeah, I filed the claim. They started processing it like the day I got out. 2 days later, I got out February 23rd. I got paid 2 days later. No, not 2 days later. The first, whatever the first was, March 1st. So how many days that is? Like 5. So I got paid 5 days later for 90%. And I was freaking out because I really I bet it all on 100. But it was still processing though. And then the next month, March 30th, they processed and I got 100%, like first go around. So I was happy about that. So,
Mm, mm,
So
mm.
that's good stuff.
so yeah, I really didn't miss a paycheck. Like I got out and transitioned right to some money. Yeah.
Yeah, you are truly blessed because my story is way different from that. Um, when I came home from Afghanistan, I went back. I went reserve, then I went active duty, and was working at a NOS active duty. And then I was like, man, I need to file a claim. I need to file a claim before I start waiting too long. So when I filed, it took me like 6 months to get. I think I started with 80%, but when I got that 80%, they paid me back pay, and now I'm at 90%, and I'm working towards 100%. Which, once you hit 100%, those lower percentages they look. I'm not gonna say small, but they do look small. Like the amount of money and amount of resource and amount of things that you could do with 100%. And I know that personally because I know you guys personally, comparing what you guys get to what I get. Um, but that was a process for me. So I didn't start my process prior to getting out. I didn't get medically discharged, and I waited too long, and that's what I'm trying to help people with right now. is not
That's
wait
kind
too
of.
long. Go ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but it's kind of like there were three ways you could do it. You could BDD claim, do the retirement, or to do the way. So we all did like the three routes to get, that's it. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Your camera a little blurry. I don't know if you got to switch to the other
Me?
Wi-Fi. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
It's the camera or the Wi-Fi?
I think it's the Wi-Fi.
I can log out.
Yeah, I'll let you back in. So we're gonna talk
All right.
about something else in a little bit. Yeah. So you mind telling the people what happened to you while you were in the Navy?
And the
So they,
injuries.
yeah.
Oof. Well, one was the most significant thing was my shoulder and my elbow. Um, I got caught in between a bomb, my shoulder, trying to load it, and once that fell on me, it damaged my elbow, my shoulder, and the nerves in my ulnar, radial, and medial nerve. So all three of the nerves in my right hand are compressed here, all the way up to my shoulder. So sometimes it's hard for me to write. I play the keyboard and the organ and stuff like that. So sometimes it's even hard for me to play. Sharp pains. I mean, I have these sharp pains for the rest of my life. They will not go away unless they do surgery, which is very risky because of how close those nerves are together. And something can happen. And if that ulnar nerve goes, we know that's it. And I won't have the functionality of my hand.
Mm.
I have loose bodies of my funny bone. It's broken in here. It's chipped to pieces, and they're just floating around in my elbow. So that, and then my knees. I have the worst case of arthritis in both my knees. And it was so crazy. I went to so many specialists while I was active to see what was going on with these knees. When I first came in the military, they were not like this. I got X-rays, MRIs, all these things before I went in because I was older. And then within like 2 or 3 years, everything just started deteriorating at a very rapid pace. And the doctors, they even right now, they don't even know why. At my age now, I'm 42 years old. They don't know why it my knees are so bad. They can't explain. They've never seen anything like it. They tell me all the time. I have like if you were to look at my knees, you would think you were looking at an 80-year old's knees that's been competing and running and deadlifting and all their whole life. So it's
Like
confusing, but
Muay
I mean,
Thai.
like, yeah, but I fight through it. I take medicine. I still train hard every day. I deal with the pain, and I go out there and handle my business. So
That's what's
until
up.
they gone, and then when they're gone, they're gone. I can't do nothing with them.
Mm.
So mhm.
And
That's what's
speaking
up,
of
man.
business, this I always wonder why they don't give you a roadmap. Like when you get
Mm,
out and they tell you, you should do this, you should do that. Like they don't lay it out for you. They just like
But they don't
what's
want you
that?
to get out.
yeah. It's like the taps class, man. The taps class is so short now. You can just sign a paper and you don't even have to go through it. It's like 2 hours, I think. It used to be a whole week back in the day. But now it's real quick, and you need that information that they provide at TAPS. You find out in about 2 years, you should have sat through that class. Like,
Yeah, it
man,
is really resourceful for real.
I had
I'll give
so
them
many
that.
resources out here.
Hmm.
But they mandate so many other things, right? They mandate you going and signing things and being attentive, and like in boot camp, the solution was drink water. You tired, drink
Yeah,
water. Stand
hydrate.
up, drink water, drink
Mhm.
water, drink water, drink water. Don't go to sleep, drink water. But when you getting out, it's like you just getting thrown to the wolves. That's how I felt anyway. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. I don't know what kind of job I'm about to get. Um, but luckily, I've been looking at jobs prior to getting out. So post getting out, I had already had a job lined up. So the day that I signed my paperwork to not be in the Navy anymore, I transitioned over to a job immediately.
Mm.
And then I was waiting on my disability. But man, it's been a journey, and I'm still going through that journey trying to get my 100%. But a roadmap would help, right? I feel like anyway when you get out.
Yeah. Yeah, I
And the
think it
man,
will.
the man with a roadmap that I know, both of you guys could put together a roadmap. But Glover, talk about some of the things that you found out that veterans can get, and then Deshaun, we could jump to you because I know you know on paper what you could get. So tell me some of the things that you found out, Glover, that you could get as a veteran, being 100% disabled.
Um, no property tax in Florida. That's why I'm here. Um, some other stuff. Extra 30. Oh no, extra 48. That's not 100% though. You get 10% or more. You can get BRE. So that's extra like 48 months of college. So extra 4 years. So kids
And
go to
say that
school for
again. It's
free.
called what?
VRNE.
V
VR
R N
veteran
E.
readiness. VR veteran readiness
And
and something.
it's employment and employment.
Oh, employment. Okay.
Uh,
I don't do that E word though, so I can't I can't keep up with that. I don't do that working. But yeah. So yeah, that I don't know. Oh, your kids can go to school for free. The free 36 months on that. State parks. A lot of people don't know that. You can go to all the state parks, okay? Countrywide. And camping is cheap. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. And yeah.
State parks. Give an example of a state park, because some people may not know what a state park is.
One here in Florida is Waukee Springs. So they have like spring state parks here. Some places I've been in like Texas, they have more mountainous state parks. Not for me. I'm a water guy, so try to stay near the beach.
Gotcha. So let's move to Deshaun. Deshaun, what are some other things that Glover didn't name that you can get as a 100% disabled veteran?
Once you become one of the main things we all need right now is food. So you got access to the commissary when you're 100%.
Sure.
And you go in there and the food's, I mean, depending on the day, the food is cheaper. The meats are cheaper. I mean, it's tax free. You still got access to the base. You can go work out. You have full access to the exchange. In the Navy, we call it the NEX. I think in the Army, they call it the PX. You can go to the exchange and handle business. And then, like Glover said, the property taxes, it varies from state to state. It's not the
Mhm.
same. In North Carolina, we're working now, the state pays $45,000 of your property taxes now. We're working on eliminating all vehicle tax for 100% disabled veterans in North Carolina. It's still on the books to be passed. So those two things are big that are coming down the pipeline. But federally, like you said, you got the Chapter 35, which is for the school for your children. They go to school and they get right now, I think the stipend is right at $1,600 a month that they
Yeah.
would get as long as they're a full-time student. Each state, I can talk about North Carolina. If you're 100% disabled, your tuition is free through the North Carolina Wartime Veterans Scholarship
Mm.
for your children. So you get that as long as you go to a school that's in the UNC system. Um, Other things that you get with the 100%, of course, you can go get your plates, your veteran
Yeah.
plates. You can park a little closer, and depending on your disability, I utilize it. Some days hey, it's hot, it's cold, my body's hurting. I'm gonna take that little extra 20 steps to the market. You know what I'm saying? Um, what else? Jeez, man. I mean, it's a lot of things you get with 100%, man. Of course, the stipend is very good. That's a retirement check for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Um,
Free healthcare. I don't know why we don't
yeah,
say that, but free
yeah,
healthcare. Like you
free
just free
healthcare.
dental,
Yeah,
free healthcare.
yeah.
Um, yeah. And Florida, you can park at the airport for free. I went to Europe for like 2 months, and I think I don't even know what it was. Okay, it was like thousands. I showed them my ID.
Wow.
That was it.
Damn, I didn't even know that.
What's
You
up?
just educated me. I did not know
And
that.
He
yeah,
said
for
park
sure.
at the airport for free, so you can leave your
Yeah.
car at the airport.
I don't know why you would for a month. I was planning on coming back, but I just stayed longer. But it,
Wow.
uh,
Well, you just show them your ID or something. Yeah.
that's it. No, that really it's your tag. So it's your tag and you show your ID.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
because you gotta
that'd be
just show
good.
that the car is yours. But that's it. Yeah, man. First time I did it, I thought it was a hoax. Man, I've done that multiple times, bro. Left my car there.
Wow.
It's safe. And if anything happened, hey, the airport, you pay for it. I'm
That's
safe.
Oh yeah,
wild.
and you get discounts too. Like you get this is another one. It ain't really off base, but like every year I go to Universal Studios, I skip all the lines just because I'm 100%. I don't
You can
gotta
do that.
wait. Yeah. You
Well,
just
I didn't know you
so
could do
what they
that.
do, they're gonna give you a disability pass. You're gonna get that pass. And if the ride's under 30 minutes, they'll say come on through. If it's more than 30 minutes, they're gonna say, hey,
Oh,
come
that's
back at
every
this time.
ride.
You come back you just come back and then you go ride the ride. Then you go to another ride and do the same thing. You can
Oh.
finish the whole park in like 2.5 hours.
Can you? Is
So
it like a you thing, or is it like you and your party? You know what I mean?
it's
Say,
your
hey,
whole party,
your whole
whoever's with
squad,
you.
because they go, like,
Yeah, they put your
damn.
name on this little piece of paper and it's got everybody's name on it. And you just show it to them and
Yeah,
then
you
boom, you
can't beat
go.
that. I go to Universal a
Yeah,
lot. I ain't know that. I'm just standing in
yeah,
line
I'm
like a
going.
chump.
I'm going to Universal in a few weeks. Well, I'm sorry, August. The first week in August, I'll be at Universal.
That's what's
So
up. I went to Volcano
hanging
Bay
out.
the last week. That's pretty cool. It's fun.
And fishing license. That's another thing. If you hunt and fish, depending on your state, that's free for the rest of your life.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
nothing
You hunt
about
fish?
hunting.
all the time. Yeah,
I'm scared of
man. I
that.
go out there. I go out there and get in that water, man.
You know, but see, this is what I like, right? I like that you're saying things that he didn't know. He's saying things that you didn't know.
Yeah,
For both of you, and I think that's what we need more of inside of a community or networking, right? And the idea came up with when I was talking to Glover. He was telling me, I was like, man, how you know all this stuff? We were on the phone. We get on the phone odd times in the morning, and he was like, man, you could do this. And I'm like, man, you know everything about, you know, disability, the benefits you could get. I'm like, how you know all of this stuff? Like, did you read a book? And he was like, nah. And I'm gonna let him tell you how he acquired all of this knowledge, which is very unique. I've never
All
heard
right.
anyone do it. But go ahead, Glover.
So I went to ship, like I said, and I knew I was getting out after shore duty. I was not planning on going back to sea. So my only goal was to graduate before I finished my term, like in the Navy. So that was it. I got my associates like really quick, transferred to a university, which I still haven't graduated yet. That was in 2020. But this guy, he was about to retire. He was not CS1, CT1, and the dude just gave me the game. He literally told me, if I have all these ailments, which I did have, when you're on the station on the ship, they tell you, hey, don't do this. Don't go to medical. It just makes it seem like you complain or whatever. I had a torn rotator cuff for almost 3 years. Shit that happened on the ship. Just didn't go to medical. I went, just stuff. So make sure you document and go to medical. It's that simple. Stuff is happening to you over the years. Don't let them tell you, man up, don't be a pussy. Be a pussy. Go to medical. All right. So yeah, he was just telling me, get everything documented. You can file for this early, and he set me up. Thank you, Spradley, for that. Okay, I don't know where that man is right now, but hey, I give him a hug. Hey, but yeah, that's who put me on.
And
And he was
you've
about to
done
retire. This man had 2 years left in the Navy. Like he did not. He was chilling, barely in the office. Man had a boot on. He came in. We came in. He talked. I don't know if anybody else was listening, but I was. Hey, ears to the table. Man. I was listening to
yes,
everything he had
sir.
to say, and it helped out. So I appreciate him for that.
have you met a few people that have given you insight
Yeah,
on
I can't hear you.
what you needed? Oh, you can't hear me? Can either one of you hear me?
Yeah, you good.
Or it might be Glover. Glover's your connection. Let me text you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can hear
and
you.
I'm gonna put something in the group chat. One sec. Can't share connection. Yeah, he gonna rejoin. But so he's been networking and talking to different people, kind of like what we did when we first met in the gym. But he's coming across different individuals that have given him game on what he should do moving forward when he's trying to inquire about something. Like you are, that's your job, Desean, right? Is to do that. But he's going around, he's meeting different people, and they're telling him, "Glover, you're back." So I was trying to catch him up on what I was talking about.
Oh,
But
I tell people it basically goes down to, I feel like all the knowledge and information that I received is because I kind of do what I love to do, and I just meet people doing it. Like uh, when I got out, I was teaching some lessons like I do, and this one lady, she told me about Social Security. You can file for Social Security if you're, disabled. So I ended up filing for Social Security. I don't work full time. I haven't been since I got in the military. I work as a swim instructor about 8 hours a week. My checks are ass, but like I said, I do it. I like to teach the people how to swim. So yeah, she told me about that, and I applied, and I should be hearing back something soon, and I'll be getting like back pay for 2 years because I haven't been working. So I just, I don't know. I get the info just by living. I don't go look for it, but I'm not sharing it. I just, comes up, I talk about it. Yeah.
And I heard Jim Rohn say this. He said you can have a lot of knowledge, but if you don't implement it, if you don't do it, then that knowledge is useless. Like knowledge, you could be the smartest person and not ever do anything with the knowledge you have. And I think that's the difference between veterans that are winning and other veterans that are complaining about, oh, this is so hard. Oh, I don't have the opportunity. And I give you guys a story about me telling one of my other friends. I'm not gonna say his name because I want him to do better. But one of my other friends, he was like, "Man, you got your disability." I said, "Yeah." He was like, "Man, I put in, and they only gave me 20%, and we were in the same place." I said, "Apply again. Like, what did you put down? What were you like? Why did they only give you 20%?" And he was like, "Man, I ain't doing that again." But I'm like, "Why would you give up? Why would you stop trying to get money that's owed to you? Maybe you made a mistake on your paperwork. Maybe you didn't have someone." I said, "Let me see your paperwork." And he want to show it to, or he keep rescheduling calls and things like that. Glover will tell you if I have any question, I'm calling him. And I'd be 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock at night. I'm like, "Hey, you know about this? How I supposed to go about doing this?" And the same with you, Deshaun. I do the same thing. Like if I'm wondering about something, but I'm not just gonna let that information sit. I'm gonna go try it, and then I'm gonna say, "Well, this is the response I got," and then you can maybe tell me, you or Glover
Mhm.
could tell me, "Well, this is probably where you did it wrong. So let's try to fix it." So, do you guys have anybody or any people that you're close with that should be trying to get more, but they're not because I don't know what the reason is. Like they're scared maybe of rejection.
Say it ain't so much the people that's close to me, but everybody that served, man. Like 1% of our nation serves in the military. Just think about the number. It's what 16.8. What is it? Million people in the United States, or it's a big number. I don't know. It's up there. Or billions. It's up there. 1% of that number serves. So why not share it with that 1%? If you really think about it, you share everything, and those compensations and things, it's owed to you. If you sign that dotted line and you deployed, or you did 180 days of active duty service, you put that time in. That's something you did something no one else has done. 99% of the United States did not lift their hand and say, I solemnly swear to go do this. You know what I'm saying? Us one percenters, we did that. So those funds, and thus if you got injured, it's owed to you. So don't stop fighting for something that belongs to you. Treat it like your baby, treat it like your kid, treat it like your Lamborghini, or treat it like your, as my son said, his VC on his 2K game. It's yours. You paid the price for it. Utilize it. That's what I say. I mean, people tell me all the time, "Oh no, I don't want to go get it. I got this 40%. This is enough." And I'm like, bro, sis, you hurting. You in pain for the rest of your life. Go get what's owed to you. That's what I tell a lot of my friends that serve. That's kind of just sitting back, and the ones that I don't know that I might see in community that I'm working with. I tell them, go get your percentages, man. Go get it. Healthcare is expensive. Dental care is expensive. I'm telling you, was it $3,000-4,000 to get work done to your mouth? Where you can go to the VA, you might have to wait a little while and get it done for free.
Hey, that's a
And
myth too, man. You don't wait. I don't know why people say that. When I go to the dentist, that shit's on time. Anytime I go to the VA, it's on time. Okay, it's no waiting, and I have good doctors and they care. So I don't this
yeah,
whole scary like, oh, the VA they gonna chop you up. No, man, my doctors they cool.
nah.
They chill.
And everything that I've ever done is out. They send me out in the community. Like they send
I,
me to a private practice. It's
uh,
not nothing. I've never gotten no actual work done in the VA. It's always been somewhere
I,
else.
hey, I'm
So
telling you,
I haven't
bro.
had.
I just only go by but here, but they got some good doctors in Jack. You know,
Yeah.
So Glover, do you know anyone or have you encountered anyone that you give them information and they don't do anything with it?
I would say the people that close to me, eventually they start listening. So I don't have anybody that just in my close circle because it took one friend. I slept on her. She was stationed. Her husband was stationed in Hawaii. Right. So they barely had people come out visit like once a year. Man, I was at her house every 3 times out the year. She's like, bro, how are you doing this? I said, you already know how. So it took me a couple times sleeping on her couch for her to wake up to be like, damn, I can. And so she did it and she followed. Holiday was another person. Like I stayed on him, man. He's like, oh, I did. I'm like, bro, no, it's not over until it's over. Like, bro, you gotta. So I'm for the people that are around me, I'm flitting ass. But I'm not. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not public service to all the veterans, because I mean, I don't know. I should. It's the mindset. I can only, my people. But I understand what you're saying. Everybody 1%. You serve, you deserve. I'm not. I ain't.
Yeah,
Hey, I ain't telling nobody don't get it. But I don't want to push for my niggas.
man. Hey, man, go get that money. Go get it.
I think like I feel like it's different reasons why people don't do it, right? So my whole thing was when I did it and I reapplied, my whole situation was I felt like I was too busy. Like I was making money, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. So I had to make time to do it. And then when I made time to do it, my rating increased and now I'm making time to do it again. But what do you guys feel is the biggest reason people outside of your immediate family or close friends don't do it after they get the information from you?
I would say the older crowd, they just tired of waiting. The people that got out like in 96, 97, maybe even the early 80s, early 2000s, they done been in that system so many times. And
Yeah,
then
they
when they
don't
see
care,
somebody,
bro.
they see somebody like me come out, yeah, I got mine. And, as soon as I got out, one thing that gets discouraging to them, like, man, I've been waiting 25 years and I'm still stuck at 50%. So it's almost just like with me doing insurance. People they don't want to commit to it because hey, I didn't had this for so long. Something new is like, nah, I don't want to do all that. But then when they see it, when they see the fruits of somebody else's labor, then it's like, okay, I'll do it. But somebody that's
Yeah.
my age that got out around my time, oh, that's an easy win. Because the economy is not good. Much things are high. People need that extra funding. So if I can tell them, hey man, you can go get 4 grand a month. If you just fill out this paperwork this way, you can get $4,000 a month right now. And you can get some back pay. They'll do it. But the older crowd, and that's a tough one. That's hard. But I get it. Like I'm not knocking them. I completely understand where they're coming from because if I've been waiting around for 10 years and I'm still stuck and I keep hearing this person say this, hey, you need to go hire this lawyer to get your rating to get to here. And I'm like, it would be hard for me to believe what you're saying. Like, nah, I don't believe you.
Yeah.
So
I got a personal
yeah.
example of that. My uncle, so house I'm staying at right now, my uncle, he retired from the Navy in '99. He got a job as a IT right after that, and he retired. And 20 years from that, I don't know, but he did another 20 years, right? Retired from Navy 20 years, worked as an IT on base for 20 years, the same base he retired as. Chilling, chilling, chilling. I had 100%. I'm not Uncle Lamar. You got 100%? Nope. Finally, went back, and now he just started getting it probably beginning of this year. Back pay for 99, and
Ooh.
he got 125% because he had like one of those packed acts, those commercials that run. So yeah, he had like above. So they were already rich.
That's yeah.
They rich.
Yeah.
They straight over here.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah, man.
And
yeah,
Nisha,
he
I
was one
heard
of
you
them people
say,
that just he didn't need it. You know what I mean? I'm like, bro, it's your like you
Heck yeah,
retired
go get that.
99.
I
Nah.
heard you say you were talking about insurance and people not, I guess, being willing to get it. But life insurance, and I heard you said it. I heard you say this before. It's life insurance, not death insurance,
That's
right?
right.
And you not only help veterans get life insurance so they can use it in other ways, but you're starting to help veterans also become agents so you can make money on both sides,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like with my job with North Carolina, everybody I work with on my team is a veteran. Not only are they a veteran, everybody is a disabled veteran that I work with. That's one of the qualifications for our position. So when I talk to families, when I specifically talk to vets about life insurance, break it down from what they got when they were active duty and what they get now. You don't get anything when you're active duty except an insurable cause, which means what? If I die, it's insured that there will be a death benefit paid out to my family. And I believe it was $400,000 when we were active duty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I call that death insurance because there's no living benefit with it. The products that I promote is life insurance. It's something you can use while you're living. If you were to get sick right now on your job and you couldn't work, you know what your life insurance policy does for you? It pays you up to $10,000 a month because you're out of work while you're living. If you can get approved for an index universal life policy, which builds cash value over time, guess what that does? You can borrow from those funds while you're still living, and you can make significant money in your index universal life policy. Better than any savings account. I would say it's even better than any investment in the stock market because there's not one place that you're going to put your money that is going to grow at 13% with the APR yearly. It's not happening. And then you suffer no market loss. If the market stops moving, your money keeps moving. You know. And then if you want to be an agent, if you're a vet and you want to come in and talk to me about being an agent, hey, you can make a very, very, very good income serving other veterans, and not just veterans, but we serve everybody. Anybody who wants life insurance, we teach them about what life insurance really does for you. Um, I had a not young man, I call him young man. I was had him on the phone. He's 90 some years old. He has so many policies already. He just wanted a little bit extra for his grandkids. He wanted $50,000. And he said he already paid all his life insurance policies. You know what he did? He's cashing out his policies. And I'm talking about this, it's like 1.5 million that he's paid into it over his whole life. And he's gonna go ahead and give his family that money while he's still living. That way he can see them utilize the fruits of his labor versus when he dies, he won't see anything. And he's leaving enough money in that pot just to bury him. He's paying off his house. He's giving his grandkids money, his kids money. He's taking care of, I believe his wife has already passed, but he's taking care of everybody who wants to leave things too. But that's the benefit of starting generational wealth. That's
Yeah.
how those policies work. And I encourage anybody, if you don't have one, call me and I can help you understand what you can get and how you can. I just got one for my son, $250,000. And in 10 years, he's 12. When he turns 21, he graduates college, I'll be able to probably drop $90,000 in his pocket. Tax free. That's another thing. It's all tax free. So
Mm-mm.
these are the conversations we can have with vets about, of course, life insurance, but guess what else? Getting your 100%, understanding your VA benefits, understanding what's owed to you. If you just sit down and just listen, go talk to a VSO, go talk to a person like me, go to the VA. It's free. Go talk to them about what you have, and utilize that resource. Life is too hard not to have something that's given to you that you already work for. So that's what I tell people.
And Glover, you go to school, or you've been going to school.
Yeah.
So, what was the process with getting your payments and getting school situated? Because I know you, I don't know how long you've been going here recently, but what was that like
Some
getting
time.
into that transition?
It's easy. You go to Wings, I think that's the name of the website. Type in a school in the area in the city. It'll let you know if they have a VA rep there that you go. And it's that simple. Like you go talk to the VA rep, you tell them, hey, I'm using the GI Bill or I'm using the VRNE. Like, well, the VRNE is a different process. You have to apply for that separately. But for the GI Bill, you just go there, you say I'm using the GI Bill, and it is that simple. But you do get paid the month after, just like the military. So let's say you start school in August, you're not gonna get paid until really like October 1st. So it's always like the month after. So you get prorated for August, and all of September you'll get paid October 1st, and then after school, let's say school ends December 1st, you'll still get a check January 1st. So for that full month of December. So yeah, I've been in school since since I got out 2023. Semesters here and there. So whenever I go, like last semester I took off in this semester. So even it doesn't affect, like if you want to take semesters off, the GI Bill still just rolls. So
Now, tell us about the what is it? VR, maybe
VRNE.
Desean.
The VRNH, yes, Chapter 31. It's veteran readiness and employment.
Okay,
Um,
let's talk about what you can do with that.
yeah, so you can use it to go back to thing like 36 months of school. So you get a case manager,
48.
48 months. Yep. So you get a case manager. Your case manager contacts a person like me, um, or they contact like one of our case managers that works with vocational readiness and employment. We put you on like a little plan to see where you are to take you from being unemployable to being employable. Most people who go get Chapter 31 do not have a job and they're trying to go back to college. So we'll place you in a job once you complete college. And you have to check in every so often to get the stipend. I don't know how much that stipend is right now. I know it's close to what you get with the post 9/11. I think
It's the same thing. So I'm
same
using the
thing.
VRNE right now. Yeah, it's the same. Literally the
Same thing.
same. Yeah.
Same thing. So they
Wait,
pay
more
the
perks
school.
though. They pay for parking
Yeah.
and something else. With the VRNE, you get you
Yeah.
get a book. You get like a $600 book stipend.
Yeah.
With the GI Bill, they just pay for school, and
uh,
you don't get like a
Yeah.
So
extra perks.
let's go back to the stipend. How much do you get for the stipend?
Right
I
now.
think it's
So it's
go ahead.
based on, since I'm using like it's post 9, it's based on how many credit hours you're using. So if you're using full time, I give an example. So in Jacksonville here, full time is 12 credit hours like everywhere, but the amount is 2,200 for the city that I'm in, versus like LA you can get $4,000. So it just depends on where you go to school,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's it. So it's no like set stipend. It's based off the zip code of the school. Like if you go to school in some small town, you're gonna get no money versus going to New York or LA or something like that. Major city, major money. So
Can you do all classes online and have those 12 hours, or do you have to go on the the campus
so
to
what I
get the
just
stipend?
found out with my school, which these people just told me, like my last semester, I'm about to graduate December. They said if you take an online class that has a timed slot, that counts as a hybrid class. So I thought you had to physically go in at least once, but no, if you have a class that y'all meet every Tuesday, Thursday from 1 to 3, that's a hybrid class. So you can never go. So the next semester, since I just found this out, next semester all my classes are online, and I'm going to Vietnam. So for 4 months,
How about
there's that.
that?
Yeah. You told me a little too
Vietnam.
late.
Going to Vietnam.
Yeah, take me back. But yeah, so yeah, I'll be getting that full BAH plus my whatever, I'll be
Hey,
straight. I'll be
that's
straight in
good.
a, third world country.
Yeah.
I'll be all right.
All right. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think if I have any other questions here. Oh, so it's not a question, but it's more so what I'm trying to do with this. You guys are very knowledgeable about what you do. I feel like I'm knowledgeable about what I do. So I want to offer help to veterans, right? To come inside and join the school community and be a part of a network of people that you can partner with, you could grow with, you could go to school with, you can get this money with, and just continue to push that out, push all the information out that we can, help people that want to be helped.
Mhm.
Because as we all know on this call, there are people that only want to complain about it but never want to do anything about it. But we are doers. and most people that join the military are doers. So that is what I'm trying to build here is a community for veterans, and not just veterans. That's just a sector of the community to help veterans accelerate their growth financially, physically, um, religious, or build your faith as well. Because we all know when we were veterans, the best thing that you could look forward to on boot camp was what was it that day that you could go to
Oh,
chapel.
church, bro.
Yeah,
You go to service.
yeah, that was a lifesaver, man. Because
Yeah,
boot camp was crazy, and you like, I get a break, I could just chill
one day.
here. Yeah,
Go to all the
but
services. They had like 5 services.
I swear, bro. I was hella
I
religious
ain't,
that during boot camp, boy.
I ain't never going back in that compartment. Y'all got
but yeah,
communion too? I can get some juice.
but that is what I'm trying to build here. So only for people that want to put the work in, though, right? So we don't
Yeah.
want to waste our time. We don't want to waste anybody else's time. So if we're giving you information, please use the information. And I think that's it. So if you guys have anything that you want to tell the people before you leave, the floor is yours.
Um, go Navy.
Then nothing.
That's all I got.
Stay
I, s-
hydrated.
Mm.
so I would just say, hey, if anybody need any coverages or want to learn anything about life insurance, how to build wealth, how to become your own bank, call me. My number is 252-421-0799. Again, it's 252-421-0799. We can change your death insurance to life insurance in a matter of seconds. Just give me a shout.
All right. And that's another 5 a.m. Club Vet2Vet Talk with Desean and Domonique and our special guest, Christopher Glover. Until next time, everyone. Peace.
Peace.
Man.